Only Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile?
We'll give you a free year of service.
Free year?
When you buy a new 5G phone.
New 5G phone?
Enough.
But I'm your hype man. When you purchase an eligible device, you get $25 off every month for 12 months with credits totaling 1 year of free service. Taxes extra for the device and service plan. Online only.
For 25 years, Brightview Senior Living Associates have been committed to creating a vibrant culture and delivering exceptional services, making Brightview a great place to work and live. If you're looking for a rewarding opportunity to serve your local community and grow, we want you to join our team. Brightview Senior Living is growing and actively seeking vibrant associates to join our community teams, including directors, healthcare, activities, hospitality, and dining. Apply today at careers.brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal employment opportunities. Text BV Jobs to 97211 to apply.
Remember those endless summer days that felt like they just last forever? Sun rays kiss your skin. Grass tickles your toes as you bite into the creamy popsicle melting in your hand. Pure, unbothered bliss. Capture more sun-drenched memories with the Orange Vanilla Dream Hydration Multiplier from Liquid IV. This nostalgic vanilla flavor with notes of candied orange can help keep you hydrated while savoring your favorite golden hour moments. No matter how hot your summer gets, just one stick of Liquid IV and 16 ounces of water hydrates you better than water alone. It's 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, with 8 vitamins and nutrients for refreshing on-the-go hydration. Live your summer dream with Liquid IV. Tear, pour, live more. Go to liquidiv.com and get 20% off your first order with code INDULGE20 at checkout. That's code INDULGE20 at liquidiv.com.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Toby.
And this is the Whispering Woods Extra. This extra is all about
more Glaswegian folklore.
Yes. So I've got 4 more stories about Glaswegian folklore. We'll get straight into them. Are you ready for the first story?
Yes, I am.
In 1696, a group of individuals, known as the Paisley Witches, also referred to as the Bargaran or Renfrewshire Witches, faced trial in Paisley, Renfrewshire, located in central Scotland. On 17th of August, 1696, 11-year-old Christian Shaw, daughter of John Shaw of Bargaran, witnessed a family servant, Catherine Campbell, stealing milk. Reporting the theft to her mother, Campbell cursed Christian, wishing the devil would haul her soul through hell. 4 days later, Christian encountered Agnes Naismith, reputed to be a witch. The next day, 22nd of August, Christian fell violently ill with fits, reminiscent of the Salem witch trials of 1693. After 8 weeks, her parents consulted Glasgow physician Matthew Brisbane, who found no cause for her symptoms. She seemed to recover for 8 days, but then the fits returned with increasing severity, leaving her stiff and motionless. Christian's parents took her back to Dr. Brisbane, and during the journey, she began pulling balls of hair from her mouth, claiming they were placed there by her tormentors. She soon started extracting other items like straw, coal gravel, feathers, and cinders. During her fits, she was heard conversing with the invisible Catherine Campbell, pleading for their former friendship. With no rational explanation from Brisbane, her family and local minister concluded she was possessed and tormented by witches, a common belief in England and Scotland, and central to the Salem trials. The church organised weekly fasts and prayer meetings at Bargaran House. Christian's father appealed to authorities to arrest those she named as tormentors. Initially, she identified only Campbell and Naismith, but eventually 35 people were accused, 10 men, 20 women, and 5 whose identities remain unknown. A commission to look into the matter was formed by the Scottish Privy Council at the Probestery of Paley's request. Under the leadership of Lord Blantyre, the hearing began on the 5th of February 1697. The Commission's role was to determine if there was sufficient evidence against those accused by Shaw to proceed with the trial. The following 7 people were called to testify before a second commission in Paisley: Agnes Naismith, Margaret Lang, Catherine Campbell, John Lindsay, James Lindsay, John Reed, and Margaret Fulton. They faced charges of murder and tormenting several people, including Christian Shaw. Their advocate, James Robertson, argued that the prosecution needed to rule out natural causes for the events before securing a conviction. Matthew Brisbane testified that he found no natural cause for Shaw's condition. James Hutchinson, the minister of Gillallan, delivered a sermon to the commission, emphasising the significance of witches' marks on the accused and casting doubt on the natural explanations provided by some physicians. The jury, warned by the prosecutor that acquitting the defendants would make them complicit in future crimes by these enemies of heaven and earth, found all 7 accused guilty. One of the convicted, John Reed, was found dead in his cell on 22nd of May, 1697, a few weeks before the scheduled execution. He was discovered with a neckcloth tied around his neck and attached to the fireplace by a stick, but he was seated on a stool. Those who found him noted that the setup was not sturdy enough to support his weight. With his cell locked and the window boarded, the circumstances of his death remained unclear. The remaining 7 were hanged and then burned on the Gallows Green in Paisley on 10th of June 1697, marking the last mass execution for witchcraft in Western Europe. John and James Lindsay, brothers, held hands as they were hanged together. Catherine Campbell, carried to the gallows while struggling and screaming, cursed her accusers with the wrath of God and the devil before her execution. Margaret Fulton, appeared insane, spoke cheerfully about visits to Effland and the abode of the fairies on magical horses. Margaret Lang admitted to consorting with the devil, but claimed to have renounced sin and reconciled with God. Agnes Naismith placed a dying woman's curse on everyone present and their descendants, with many future tragedies in the town attributed to this curse. Some of the condemned were reportedly still alive when their bodies were burned, according to one version of the killings. The executioners borrowed a walking stick from an onlooker to push the victims' moving limbs back into the fire. The stick's owner, Mark Canavan, refused to take it back after it had been in contact with witches. Oh, I love a good witch story, but they are, so when you look back on it and how society was, we haven't really changed that much. I don't think it would take a lot to go through it all again, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, it just takes one, nuclear wipeout.
Well, yeah, I know you're quite obsessed with that at the moment, but we just don't change, really. You know? If
The
it's
world
not witches,
changes.
the people don't.
Some people change.
Yeah.
Some people are a little strange, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get me started. Yeah.
I hear you, son. I hear you. I was interested in how the man died. That was a bit curious. And I was also the walking stick. I wonder what happened to it. I'm not sure if it was if it's still around, if it was kept as a relic or something.
Maybe it's in the museum.
Yeah, maybe. And that one is actually Paisley, so it's not Glasgow, but it's not far. Are you ready for the second story?
Yes, I am.
On the evening of September 23rd, 1954, Glasgow police were called to the southern necropolis, a vast cemetery in the notorious Gorbals area. Expecting to find vandals, which was common in the cemetery, that holds over 250,000 graves. The officers were instead met with a surprising scene. Hundreds of local children, from toddlers to teenagers, armed with knives, sharpened sticks, and homemade tomahawks, all searching for a vampire. Many had even brought their dogs. A local newspaper reported that the children had climbed over the cemetery walls after school. The rumour circulating among them was that a 7-foot vampire with iron teeth had devoured 2 local boys, though no one could identify the victims. The children of the Gorbals were determined to find and confront this creature. Adults in the area noticed when children began flocking to the cemetery, but initially didn't think much of it. In the crowded industrial district, green spaces were limited, so the graveyards often doubled as parks and playgrounds. However, as the children's excited shouts and screams grew louder, making normal conversation impossible, someone eventually called the police. Accounts of what happened next vary. Some say the children dispersed and went home when it started to rain, while others claim a local school headmaster had to be called in to reprimand them. Regardless of the specifics, the children returned for the next 2 nights, determined to find and kill the Gorbals vampire. although they never found the vampire, the incident fueled a growing controversy that reached Parliament and led to the enactment of a censorship law, which, though rarely enforced, remains in effect today. According to a 1985 paper by researchers Sandy Hobbs and David Cornwell, the Gorbals incident was not unique. Throughout the 1930s, Glasgow children organised several hunts for various supernatural beings, including a banshee, a ghostly white lady, and Spring-Heeled Jack. Additionally, just a week after the Gorbals vampire hunt, a Scottish newspaper reported that several hundred Glasgow children surrounded a caravan of travellers, attempting to stone the family inside and nearly injuring a 5-year-old baby. This incident, which occurred miles away from the Gorbals, involved a different group of children, but bore similarities to the Necropolis event. Children of various ages, a prolonged siege, police struggling to maintain order, and unclear origins of the mob. The Gorbals vampire hunt gained widespread attention, partly because it coincided with a moral panic that had recently spread from the United States to the UK. The moral panic surrounding the Gorbals vampire incident was largely about the influence of horror comics on children. At the time, there was significant concern that these comics, which often featured graphic and frightening content, were negatively impacting young minds and inciting irrational fears and behaviours. This panic wasn't limited to the UK. It had already swept through the United States earlier in the 1950s. Critics argued that the violent and macabre themes in these comics would lead to juvenile delinquency and moral corruption. The Gorbals vampire hunt, with children armed and searching for a mythical creature, seemed to validate these fears and led to calls for stricter censorship. In response, the UK government introduced the Children and Young Persons Harmful Publications Act in 1955, which aimed to curb the distribution of such materials to minors. This law is still in effect today. I love this story. I've heard it myself before, and I absolutely love the idea of all these kids, and it's just funny that toddlers were there as well, hunting for a vampire. The thing I love about it is they were obviously absolutely convinced that this was true, and they still went on their own without any adults to kill the vampire.
Yeah, it sounds like something straight out of a movie.
It should be a movie. Like, I don't know if it is.
It reminds me of like the Goonies.
Yeah, but it should definitely be a movie.
Or
it's
like
an incredible story.
Stand By Me and, films like that.
Yeah. I love it. I obviously don't like the bit when the other kids attack travellers, because that's not on. But I love the idea of these little kids in a cemetery hunting for, because I can just picture them stood there with all their gear ready. Like, how brave they would have been.
Yeah.
Right, are you ready for the third story?
Yes, I am.
Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum, located in the West End of Glasgow, is one of Scotland's most beloved cultural institutions. It first opened its doors in 1901 and has since become a cornerstone of Glasgow's cultural scene. The edifice, which was created by Sir John W. Simpson and E.J. Milner Allen, is a magnificent example of Spanish Baroque architecture. It features red sandstone and intricate detailing, making it a landmark in the city. Kelvin Grove houses over 8,000 objects across 22 themed galleries. The collections are incredibly diverse, ranging from fine art to natural history, and from ancient Egyptian artifacts to medieval arms and armour. Some highlights also include works by renowned artists such as Salvador Dali, Vincent van Gogh, and Claude Monet. Exhibits include a variety of taxidermy animals, fossils, and geological specimens. Significant cultural artefacts, including a Spitfire plane and a collection of Charles Rennie Mackintosh's work. One of the museum's most striking and unsettling exhibits is the Floating Heads installation by artist Sophie Cave. This installation features over 50 heads suspended from the ceiling, each displaying different emotions ranging from laughter to despair. Visitors have reported feeling uneasy and watched while viewing the heads. Some even claim to have seen the heads move or change expression when no one else was around. The Kelvin Grove Museum houses a grand concert pipe organ. Originally commissioned for the Glasgow International Exhibition in 1901, there have been numerous reports of a phantom organ player. Visitors and staff have heard the organ playing by itself, especially late at night when the museum is closed. Some have even claimed to see a shadowy figure seated at the organ, only for it to vanish upon closer inspection. One of Glasgow's enduring urban legends is that the Kelvin Grove building was accidentally constructed back to front. Some versions of the story claim that one of the architects was so distraught over the mistake that he took his own life by jumping from one of the towers. While the legend itself is not true, it has contributed to the building's spooky reputation. Some visitors report feeling a sense of disorientation or unease, particularly in the areas near the towers. Various galleries within the museum are said to be haunted. Staff and visitors have reported cold spots, unexplained noises, and the feeling of being watched. Some have even seen apparitions, including a Victorian-era woman who is said to wander the halls. One of the most frequently mentioned areas is the gallery housing the museum's arms and armour collection. People have reported hearing the clinking of metal and seeing shadowy figures moving among the displays. The museum's Egyptian collection includes a mummy and several ancient artifacts. There are stories of a curse associated with these items, with some visitors experiencing bad luck or strange occurrences after viewing the exhibit. Staff have reported hearing whispers and seeing shadows in the Egyptian room, particularly around the mummy's display. I'll leave a link actually so people can see a picture of this of these heads because I can imagine why they would be freaky.
Yeah.
Because
and it looks like something out of Harry Potter.
What you mean? Like
the head's the photo.
Okay.
It looks like someone's cast a spell.
Right. Oh, I thought you meant it would be because it looks like Voldemort or something.
Nah.
No.
Well, saying that, it does look a bit like
Yeah,
Voldemort.
because he's got a white head. Even though he's a bit serpentine. Is that the right word for a serpent? I'm going with it anyway. It sounded right. Serpent-like. Yeah, so lots of spooky goings on. Are you ready for the fourth and final story?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
The Glasgow necropolis is a hotspot for paranormal enthusiasts. Due to its rich history and numerous reports of ghosts, visitors have frequently reported seeing shadowy figures moving among the graves, especially during dusk and dawn. These apparitions are often described as fleeting and difficult to capture on camera. One of the most famous ghosts is the Grey Lady, who is said to wander the cemetery in a long, flowing dress. She's believed to be the spirit of a woman who met a tragic end and was buried in the necropolis. While her exact identity remains unknown, she is often described as wearing a long, flowing grey dress, which gives her the name. Numerous visitors have reported seeing the Grey Lady wandering among the graves, especially during the early morning or late evening hours. She is often seen gliding silently, her form partially transparent. Some people claim to have felt a sudden chill or an overwhelming sense of sadness when encountering her. There are also reports of her appearing in photographs taken at the cemetery, even when she wasn't visible to the naked eye. One popular theory suggests that the Grey Lady was a young woman who died of a broken heart, possibly due to a lost lover or an unfulfilled romance. Her spirit is said to linger in the necropolis, searching for her lost love. Another theory posits that she was the victim of some grave injustice or untimely death, and her restless spirit cannot find peace. Many visitors have reported hearing whispers and footsteps when no one else is around. These sounds are often attributed to the spirits of those buried in the cemetery. There have been accounts of hearing children's laughter, which is particularly scary given the sombre nature of the site. Paranormal investigators often report sudden drops in temperature, known as cold spots, which are believed to indicate the presence of spirits. Some visitors have described an overwhelming feeling of being watched or followed, even when they are alone. The necropolis has been the site of numerous ghost hunts and paranormal investigations. These events often use equipment like EMF meters and spirit boxes to detect and communicate with spirits. Some investigators claim to have captured photographic and audio evidence of paranormal activity, including orbs, EVP, and unexplained light anomalies. The combination of its historical significance and the numerous reports of paranormal activity make the Glasgow necropolis a fascinating destination for those interested in the supernatural.
Only Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
We'll give you a free year of service.
Free year?
When you buy a new 5G phone.
New 5G phone?
Enough.
But I'm your hype man. When you purchase an eligible device, you get $25 off every month for 12 months with credits totaling 1 year of free service. Taxes extra for the device and service plan. Online only.
For 25 years, Brightview Senior Living Associates have been committed to creating a vibrant culture and delivering exceptional services, making Brightview a great place to work and live. If you're looking for a rewarding opportunity to serve your local community and grow, we want you to join our team. Brightview Senior Living is growing and actively seeking vibrant associates to join our community teams, including directors, healthcare, activities, hospitality, and dining. Apply today at careers.brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal employment opportunities. Text BV Jobs to 97211 to apply.
So there are so many numerous ladies, aren't they? Grey, white,
Red.
all sorts. Yeah, well, we've got one not far from us. At Ashton Court, they're meant to have, I think it's a white lady, maybe a grey lady.
Pigeon lady.
A pigeon lady.
Yeah.
What's a pigeon lady?
You know, like them ladies that just stand there with a bunch of pigeons.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see them often.
Yeah.
What, feeding pigeons?
Nah, they're just like one with the pigeons.
Oh, at one with the pigeons.
Yeah.
A bit like when you go up to Cabot Tower and you feed the squirrels.
Yeah.
Because they're
And
really
it's-
tame, aren't they? And they just come and climb all over you. It's quite amazing.
It's like Pigeon Lady, do you know from what's it?
Mary Poppins? No?
Nah. What is it called?
I don't know. You were having a me moment.
The one that Christmas film, Home Alone.
Oh, Home Alone.
That in one of the Home Alone
Yeah.
films, there's like a pigeon lady.
Yeah, I do
Yeah.
remember. Yeah. But they're not quite the same. They're ghosts. But there we go.
Yeah. She's still creepy. She's
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah,
Well, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed and we'll catch up with you again soon.
we will indeed. We'll catch up with you again on Monday for a main episode. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Ooh.
Hi, this is Paige DeSorbo, and today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile. So you're thinking about upgrading to the amazing new iPhone 17 Pro, the most powerful iPhone yet with 8 times optical zoom, but are you also thinking about the traffic on your way to the store or transferring all your data? Well, good news. When you order a new iPhone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or work to deliver your brand new iPhone 17 Pro and get you all set up on Boost Mobile within minutes. No hassle. Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Your sausage McMuffin with egg didn't change. Your receipt did. The sausage McMuffin with egg extra value meal includes a hash brown and a small coffee for just $5. Only at McDonald's for a limited time.
Prices and participation may vary.
Hi, this is Paige DeSorbo, and today I want to talk to you about Boost Mobile. So you're thinking about upgrading to the amazing new iPhone 17 Pro, the most powerful iPhone yet with 8 times optical zoom, but are you also thinking about the traffic on your way to the store or transferring all your data? Well, good news. When you order a new iPhone online with Boost Mobile, they'll send an expert to your home or work to deliver your brand new iPhone 17 Pro and get you all set up on Boost Mobile within minutes. No hassle. Visit boostmobile.com to get started. Delivery available for select devices purchased at boostmobile.com. Terms apply.
Hi, this is Kim and Penn Holderness from the Laugh Lines podcast. Boost Mobile offers the same nationwide coverage, network speed, and service consumers are used to, but at more affordable prices. Why pay more if you don't have to?
Boost Mobile offering reliable nationwide coverage backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee Love your service or get your money back, no questions asked.
While other carriers blow millions on Super Bowl ads, we put that money to work for you, delivering reliable 99% nationwide coverage at affordable prices.
Start saving on wireless today with Boost Mobile's unlimited plans starting at just $25 a month.
The Boost Mobile network, together with their roaming partners, cover 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds not available in all areas.
Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or find us online at boostmobile.com.
Customers who cancel within 30 days of activation will have Boost service fees refunded. Activation fees, if applicable, and phone payments will not be refunded.
Only Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile.
We'll give you a free year of service.
Free year?
When you buy a new 5G phone.
New 5G phone?
Enough.
But I'm your hype man. When you purchase an eligible device, you get $25 off every month for 12 months with credits totaling 1 year of free service. Taxes extra for the device and service plan. Online only.